And let me put it that way. And if I give you like 1 million times of computing power, you will change the way of doing things, okay? Just like, okay, I'll give you a bike, and you have your own way thinking about how you get from Hong Kong to Shanghai or to Hangzhou. But I give you a car, and you have a different way of thinking how to get there. But if you give it an airplane, it's another story, okay? And so the airplane is our limitation to thinking about how to get from Hong Kong to Hangzhou. But if you give you a rocket, and then it's completely change the way of thinking about how to do things. So I think the computing changed our way of thinking, doing things like that way, okay? Yeah.
Then how does that relate if you're saying that this reaches a point where you're sort of like, if you're talking about transportation routes and you've gone from walking to the bike to the car to the rocket.
Yeah.
What about then that evolution that people talk about from AI?
They are doing a lot of different things. Some, probably most of them will be gone, as I said, in 5 or 10 years. But that's not bad, okay? And just help us to explore these things. That's one thing. The second thing is really about how you view the market in China. So 30 or 40 years ago, when people talking about the market in China, we're talking about established market. So basically, it's basically a market for you to sell things, okay? That's typical, way we are talking about the market, okay? But my experience working on the Alibaba Cloud, I would say the market has a very important function, is how to make a technology mature. So you can test your technology very quickly in the market, okay? So technology will never get matured until go to market. So today actually matured until go to market. So today actually China market has a very, very important, play a very important role, is just how to establish new technology and make sure the technology is matured enough, and even as a test bed for the new technology. So market is not a traditional market anymore. It's basically, it's a test bed of all new technology. I think that China could play a very big role of that. Yeah.
If though sometimes, we know the innovation cycle in Chinese AI has been very fast.
Yeah.
But what happens if that slows down? Sometimes people I'm hearing concerns, for instance, DeepSeek hasn't released a second reasoning model. Is that something that you need to be worried about?
Let's see, I would say as just like a single organization or single person, you really cannot go that fast for a long time, okay? You collapse, okay? Like, I can work in for 3 days and you win or not. It's basically, you can have the very fast iteration of the technology because of this computation, or because, and you work fast this time and you slow a bit, and then other guy move very fast. And eventually we slow down a bit. And if you're good enough, you can catch up again. And I don't think it's brutal, but I think it's a very healthy, because and when we work with the people that is very competitive, that would make you much more competitive, because that was the way how I think the new technology will be invented.
Yeah, you're talking, I guess, about more of a marathon, not just a sprint race.
Yes.
Is there space, though, for new contestants to enter that race today?
I would say, at least for AI, it's a marathon, because I think nobody could really see, if it's a long journey, it's definitely in the very beginning, okay? It's definitely in the very beginning, okay? So in that sense, any short-term win is not important. And it's not like, again, I want to say, this is a very important judgment, or you have to, but I think we have to make that a judgment is, whether any advantage you have today is a barrier for other people to catch up with you, okay? But personally, I didn't see any advantage you have today will become the barrier for other people to catch up with you, okay? It's just an early process to next stage, okay? And so that's why it's very exciting time, for that. Anything that at the early stage, anything that actually every day new things happen, it's exciting time, especially from that. And the people always said, okay, the computing power probably is the barrier for us to do that. Okay. Actually, I don't think at this moment, long term, it is. But at this time, I don't think it is okay. So, particularly in the last 6 months or 12 months, that's particularly true. That's what I want to say. Is why I say it's creativity. The foundation model from Queen and from DeepSeek are good enough. They are already much better than GPT 4.0. Okay, so we really need to find some people that with creativity to write application for that. And so today I would say we are, in terms of application, we are so much biased by OpenAI because everybody saw the chat GPT is the only application that we can think about. So basically I would say there's much more model that actually creates something called AI and change the way of doing business. Okay, that's the thing. So we predicted the data, but we failed to realize earlier that actually, when computing data together with the model, then actually change the way that we do in the business. Yeah.
It was a really tough challenge for you. I think that people sometimes maybe just brush over the fact, like starting a whole cloud business from scratch when it didn't exist in China at that time. And there was obviously a handful of companies in the US doing it. I know you looked to some of them for inspiration, but what were the biggest challenges that you faced?
First of all, I want to say how lucky I am. Okay. So how lucky I am. Believe it or not, okay. I never wrote a business proposal for Alibaba Cloud.
Really?
Yeah. So that basically means you have no way to write a business proposal.
Well, no wonder you had pushback.
Yeah. Is because they are very much focused on the existing success of the business and existing establishment of technology. That's my view. Okay. So I think we have a tremendous opportunity to look at technology nobody knows today. And these are talent. But these are, I can't say it's cheap, but it's available for you, okay. So that's really about the vision, where you want to go. And there's a lot of similar things, happened during the last 20 years or so. Whenever everybody knows that these are talent, and it's better for you not to get in. And at least that's not new. That's my so like personally that I hired Zhou Jing. Now he's head